Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to share with you tips on how to get back on track. It's holiday season, we've all been eating a lot, we've all been maybe not moving so much, or maybe we're just out of our routine. So I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips on how to get back on track, things that actually work. Now when we're kind of in a funk and we've been eating a lot of good food but a lot of heavy food, maybe it's not the healthiest food, and we've maybe not been working out a few days, or whatever the case may be, you're just out of your normal routine and you need to get back to that routine. One thing that really helps me is out of sight, out of mind. Now, this is a quote that we always use, but do we really actually do anything about it? So obviously after the holiday season, maybe you might have marshmallows and sugar and pie and all of these things kind of laying out on your counter ready to eat. One thing that you can do to mitigate your actual chances of eating them is putting them in the back of a cabinet or giving them away. And this isn't because I'm like, I just don't want to eat it, this is so unhealthy. I genuinely, as I said, once in a while it's okay to indulge, but this isn't my everyday diet. This isn't how I like to eat. So I don't want those things in my house, in my kitchens. Definitely okay to have balance in your life, but when you start to see that your body and your mind is only reaching for things out of temptation, then at that point you're letting your temptations control you as opposed to you controlling your mind and body, and we don't want to make that switch. So either giving it away or, if it's something that can stay a while, maybe putting it in the back of the cabinet and putting healthier options in the front. Same with the fridge, making sure that your fruits and veggies are easy and in plain sight and easy to grab, and maybe the half and half or the, butter and all of that stuff is in the back of your fridge. The second tip that I have is having an accountability partner. Now, if you watched my other video on 10 ways to stay healthy, you'll see that accountability partners aren't people or things that you should be relying on an everyday basis. It's times like these, like maybe right after the holidays or right after you came back from vacation and you're just on a different schedule and you're trying to get back to working out, maybe reading every day, taking a walk. Having an accountability partner, this is where it's actually going to count, and this is where you should be using it. Whether that's having someone make sure that every single day you're saying okay, I took a 30-minute walk today, and you let them know. Or sometimes an accountability partner doesn't have to be a person. It can be alarms on your phone. It can be starting a YouTube workout challenge, like one of those 10-day, grind challenges or whatever it is, just something to get you back into the zone. For me, I've noticed it only really takes me 6 or 7 days of getting back into my old routine to then have it feel normal again, and I'm not really putting that much effort into it. So for me, if I can get through the first 6 or 7 days when I've been out of my routine to get back into my routine, then I'm pretty much set. But again, that time can be different for you. Maybe you know that you're gonna need 2 or 3 weeks and then you'll be in your full routine. Then make sure that accountability partner is someone that you can lean on or resort to for 2 or 3 weeks, and not someone that's only gonna be there for 2 or 3 days. All right, making the first hour of your day self-serving and productive. Now, this is something that personally works for me, considering most of my routine or the way that I like my daily routine to go starts off in the morning. So if I'm in a funk, sometimes waking up and not starting off your day well can just trickle into the rest of your day. So some of the things that I like to do is I like to wake up in the morning and boil my water for tea. Something so simple. I know if I do it, it'll motivate me to then blend my smoothie, and then if I do that, it'll motivate me to get ready in the morning, and if I do that, it'll motivate me to make my bed, and it just really trickles into the rest of my day, as opposed to starting my day off kind of sluggish and then expecting myself to get into some sort of routine by midday. Whatever the case is, make the first hour of your day the best hour of your day and the most worth it. All right, the next tip that I want to share with you is a little fun and it's a little weird, but it definitely works. Watching kid TV shows. Okay, stick with me here. Now, yes, I do have a younger sibling, and that sibling does watch, obviously kid shows, but even if I didn't, I feel like kid shows are always no drama. There's always a good message. There's always a good ending or happy ending. And there's always these fun characters and colors, whether it's animated or not. And I feel like it's just so nice to watch, whether it's like a throwback Disney movie or a TV show, or even something as simple as like Tom and Jerry. It genuinely puts me in such a good mood, just makes you feel happy. It gives you a lot of hope. And I feel like kids' TV shows are designed to do that. It's designed to ignite creativity. It's designed to ignite hope. It's designed to make people happy and you know, laugh. And it's designed to make kids feel like everything at the end of the day is going to be okay. And it's crazy that we don't do those things for adults, because I feel like adults really need that too. We also need that reassurance, like things are gonna be okay. It's okay to laugh about everything and not everything has to be serious. So this is something that I've randomly started doing. I also have Disney Plus, so I'll randomly just put on like a kid's show or something if I'm kind of in a funk, or even if I'm not now I'll still randomly just watch them, and it's so good for your soul and it's so good for your mind. One thing that I've started to do very recently that's kind of helping me is when something triggers me, I'll ask myself, will this matter in a week? Will this matter in 30 days? Will this matter in a year? And if the answer is no for all three of them, then it's literally not, there's no point in paying any attention to it. Now, if it's something that'll matter in a week, then I'll be like, okay, it'll matter in a week, so why don't I actually change the way I'm reacting to this? So for example, let's say one of my triggers is, oh my gosh, like it's hitting 9 p.m. and I haven't even worked out yet, and it's like starting to irritate me that I haven't worked out, but like I'm not doing anything about it, so which is irritating me more. And I'll think about it and I'll be like, will this affect me in a week? I mean, technically no, right? Like one workout's not gonna affect me in a week. But I know that if I continuously not work out for like the next 6 days, then yes, it will affect me in a week, because my mood will be even worse. I'll be even more hard on myself, and I just physically won't feel as good as I do when I do work out. In that situation, there's literally two things that you can do. You can either sit, continue being in a funk and not work out, or you can work out. Maybe you're still in a funk, maybe you're still irritated, but you're working out, and that's already better than the first option. So that's kind of how I look at it. I was in this mood, honestly, a couple days ago where I hadn't worked out in about 3 or 4 days continuously, and I wasn't getting hard on myself because like, oh, I didn't work out. I mean that too, but genuinely not working out just like kind of puts a damper on my mood. I definitely feel a lot better when I do work out. And then also with the sun going down super early, I just felt like whatever. All right, the last tip that I have for you all is to breathe. Simply just breathe. I mean, when we're stressed out or we're feeling like it's hard to get back on track and that all of this stuff is like happening, we don't even notice that our heart rate is increasing. We don't even realize that we're stressed. And when we're stressed, our body is literally acting on it. So our breathing gets shorter and we're like huffing and puffing without even realizing it. Or even if we're not huffing and puffing in a way where it's loud, we're still in a state where our body's stressed and it's trying to figure out what to do. What this does is it kind of gives you like 10 or 20 seconds for your body to just focus on its breath and not focus on anything else. And when I say breathe, I'm not just saying like once or twice, like again, 10 or 20 seconds of just deep breaths. And then when you look at the situation, I don't know what it is, but it's like you don't look at the situation the way that you did before. You literally look at it differently, and the way that you even go about it is going to be different. When you're in the moment, all you can think of is the negative things. I mean, there's nothing else that you can think of, because when you're in the moment, you're just focusing on the negative things. And I feel like when you breathe for like 10 or 20 seconds and you're only focusing on your breath and you're not focusing on the actual situations, then when you revisit it, you see the negative, but then you also see the positive, and you actually see that there's an option of how you react, whether it's in a positive way or in a negative way. And I don't know, it just gives a lot of clarity, and it's something that your body is capable of. Our minds are so capable. So those are all of the tips that I have for you today. I hope that you were able to learn something, and I hope that you are able to get back on track, whatever that looks like, or start a new routine. I hope that